Income tax officials have said that they received specific intel on the temple that the Guptas are building in Saharanpur. The temple is spread on a huge piece of land, and an investment of over 15 million rand has been made in this project. But estimates by locals put the number at 76 million rand. To India we go. Our correspondent Neha Punya has the details. Neha, a very good morning to you. What other information do you have on the raids and the money involved in this temple project?
It's been about 2 days since the raid first began at Gupta properties in India, and slowly and steadily more details are trickling in. What we're learning is that possibly at the center of this investigation by income tax officials and the enforcement directorate officials is a massive temple that the brothers are building in Saharanpur in memory of their father. Now, when SABC visited Saharanpur last week, we saw the temple complex. It's been under construction for 3 to 4 years. And locals estimate the total amount of investment in that project is $76 million. And they're saying that all of this money has been put into this project by the Gupta brothers. And the suspicion is this money possibly came through Dubai, and officials are now trying to ascertain what was the exact route that this money took to come into India and what was its source.
Yeah. Let's talk about the whereabouts of the Guptas. Any news and updates on this?
The Guptas were spotted in India in February last, and ever since locals, at least in India, have not heard about their whereabouts. But some of their family friends have told me that they suspect the brothers and their extended family is in Dubai. That's the place that the Guptas have zeroed in on many years ago to slowly move their operations from South Africa. So the family, friends, relatives I spoke to, they're telling me that it's quite possible that the Guptas are currently in Dubai.
Yeah. There's also the very big story that we saw coming out that India's elite enforcement directorate officials were part of this. I know that you reported quite extensively on this, that their home in Saharanpur was raided, other properties as well. Any updates with regard to this, and how significant is this to the investigation taking place in South Africa?
I think it's quite significant, because so far, ever since the talk of state capture began in South Africa, there was very little attention being paid to the Guptas here in India. They would come 3 to 4 times every year. Their visits would go on as per routine. They were never intervened or stopped by any authorities. But now you're finally seeing some sort of investigation. Of course, the actual nature of that investigation has not been revealed by income tax officials. They're only speaking of specific intelligence they received with regard to money that the Guptas have pumped into their hometown of Saharanpur. But the fact that it is happening at the same time that South Africa is, in a sense, tightening the screws on the Guptas, that's quite significant.
Yeah, and just finally, I mean, if any wrongdoing is found, because I imagine that this is really just to determine whether there has been an illegal inflow or outflow of money from another country into India, this could also place them under arrest in Indian law. Is that correct, if it is found to be the truth?
That's right, and this all depends, like you said, on the enforcement directorate probe, because that's the agency in India that probes financial crimes and looks into money laundering, and that's quite a serious offense as far as Indian law is concerned. And at a time when the nationality of the brothers is under question, when there are questions being raised about which country they belong to, if they are found in India at a time when there is incriminating evidence that the officials can put together, then that would be very problematic for the Guptas. All
right, we leave it there. Thank you for updating us on this story that we're following very closely. That's our Indian correspondent Neha Punya reporting for us. All right, we take a break.